Thank you, Ms. Randall.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and our guests. I'm also grateful for the remarks of my colleague, Ms. Simon. I think we so often seek to depersonalize the work that we do in this chamber, in this Capitol. We talk about it in terms of funding levels and dollars saved, but we are talking about programs that impact real people, real families who are trying to live their lives. And, you know, in addition to the budget reconciliation package that we have seen and been discussing in committees that make steep cuts to Medicaid, SNAP, and other critical programs to pay for tax cuts for billionaires, the Trump administration's skinny budget proposal that they released last week would slash many of the federal programs that families around the country rely on. At a time when this president's radical tax and tariff agenda is driving the country into a recession and making daily life, housing, childcare, baby strollers more expensive for working families. This Republican budget reconciliation package that we're discussing would cut federal housing support by nearly $27 billion and limit rental assistance to only 2 years for, I'm using big air quotes here, able-bodied adults. What this means is that millions are going to get forced out of their homes. Millions more are going to be couch surfing or on the street. And I hear from a lot of business interests that more people on the streets is not, they don't tell me it's a humanity challenge, they tell me it's bad for their business. And these are problems we can solve. We can solve homelessness by ensuring that people have housing through housing and rental assistance programs. It's not magic, it's housing. We can ensure that people aren't forced out of their tenuous living situations by continuing LIHEAP, the program that Ms. Simon was just talking about. It's a low-income energy assistance program. Now, I don't know if anyone on this panel has ever had to decide whether they pay for medication or medical appointment or your electricity bill, whether you can like let it go for 3 or 4 days or whether you let it go for another month. Maybe you live in a state that has protections where they can't cut off your heat in the winter. Maybe you don't. Families are making these challenging decisions every day. And for us to come in here and hear lines of questions and testimony about the expanded welfare state as if human beings are a drain on our economy when they are just trying to build lives for themselves is truly horrifying to me. Housing programs in my district are saving people's lives. New Horizons in Mason County is a program targeted at homeless veterans. It's housing first, tiny homes that allow veterans who have been chronically homeless, living on the street, dealing with challenging medical issues, the chance to have security, stability, a roof over their head, and be connected with job support programs. Peninsula Services is a housing program in downtown Bremerton focused on supporting people with disabilities. The top floor has a Hoyer lift in the ceiling so that someone wheelchair-bound who is also a parent can get from bed to the shower or the bathroom while also taking care of their kids. In Jefferson County, Habitat for Humanity is building 134 affordable housing units close to a school and public transportation so folks in a rural community can get where they need to go and find stability. We're seeing housing programs like Wheaton Landing that is ensuring that homeless families with school-age kids can find stability and not be forced to live in the shelter or the woods. Now, I'm reaching the end of my time, but I hear we may have a few extra minutes later for questions, so I will yield at this moment to the chair. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.